we've got a visitor in a very big blue tractor. That'll be young Mr. Ford, come to get some straw. Right, where are we going to put him? Right, he's a bit big for my little diddy yards, so we've come up with plan A, but we might have to resort to plan B if plan A don't work. So he's basically going to reverse down, drive down there, I'll load him up out there, then he can reverse. Yeah, you get the idea. I think I'll leave that on for the first bale because... well, because... we got it. We're just gonna put this on the floor outside, I think, for a minute. Somewhere. Put the spikes on. Basically, all this operation is about is I saw Adam down at the Chandler's open day earlier in the week, and he happened to mention that they were out of straw and having to bed their young calves on old hay. And I said, well, I've still got 30 bales left. I don't need them until later in the year. If you're happy to replace them from this year's wheat, and hopefully we get a dry crop of wheat, you can have these. So that's what we're doing. Right, that's 2 layers on, 1 to go. Let's have you guys from back there. Feels a bit soft, that one, so I think we're going to turn you over and pick you up from the other side. So when these bales are a year old, well no, 9 months old, it's not that the strings have slackened, it's just that the bales have relaxed. so they're not quite as tight, and I'm only picking up with 2 spikes, and these just come off there. Not sure if I can better pick that one up actually. You might have to stay here. No way I'm going to try and pick him up over my head. That's asking for trouble. Nobody wants a broken bale. That's better. If they all go on like that, we'll be alright. So, 3 I ain't getting no higher than that. Bales are a bit stronger carrying them this way, so over the distance it's a bit more of a fiddle faff, but it saves me from breaking the bale. Them two. Beam in the way. Got to move them. That's the last one. That was epic. I'm getting too old for the skid steer, you know. I get complaints from the knees. Well, I mean, it's slow, but I'd like to see your JCB load them in the same spot.
Yeah, oh, no chance.
Yeah, yeah. Horses for courses, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's a very good job. So on them, it's the boom and that's all on the floor. And
Yeah, on your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't get used to that.
You do. Same as everything else. Yeah. Especially a young person like you. You give you a day on it.
Yeah.
And then you'll wonder why you've never had one.
Get the hang of it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can just do so much in such a tight spot.
Yeah.
And you pick up 2 of those.
Yeah.
But not with 2 spikes. Because the bottom one just pulls through the bottom and they're too loose. So.
Oh, right. Would you use them like a muck grab for that then? Or
well, no, when I'm doing the stacking up,
yeah.
because I stack these 5i, I have to pick up the last 2. Because I can't get the 5th one on, so I have to do the last 2 have to go together. So when you're happy, you pick them up.
Oh right, oh, that's right then.
But you can't travel with it because the it just pulls it out. Right. That's that. I'll see him round the corner. I'm sure he'd get round there, no problem whatsoever. But second pair of eyes can't do any harm. So, and like I just said, he's thanked me for the straw. I'm quite happy. It's sat in my barn doing nothing. It's not going to do anything till the autumn. It might as well be used. They're happy to replace it with straw from this year. Gets them out of the poo. Yeah, and why can't you up somebody out? And at the end of the day, the price of straw at the moment is absolutely blinking ridiculous. And there's too many people being ripped off by extortionists. Keep coming, you're right. I've even got a wider gateway to make it easier for you to get in and out as well now. Happy days. And I got a walker down here getting some love off the cattle. Right, okay. So that's that done. I've still got 14 bales left, 15 bales left. So okay, and I have said, no, if they need some more, I have got a few more I can spare. Right. I've got some other news. So, if you've been around a little bit, you'll know we had a little bit of a faux pas with our tractor when it went off to have new master cylinders fitted. Local tractor dealer kind of did the job for us and they did it pretty quick and the tractor came back lovely and clean and I was really, really happy with the job. No problem. A bit twitchy out your cost, but that's what it is. Everything is bloody expensive these days. Anyway, when I got home, there had been a little bit of a mistake made. And it's one of those things, human error. We are all human. And anybody who says they've never done anything like that in their lives is probably a fibber, especially somebody my age, because I've done it more than a few times. Anyway, the lid wasn't put back on the reservoir for the brakes. And brake fluid went everywhere. The light didn't come on because the way the lid was lodged up in there. Obviously it went on the video. They weren't overly happy about it going on the video and said, look, we've got to put this right. We want to make it right. What can we do? And I said, well, there's kind of nothing I really want. And I thought, oh, actually there is one thing I could do with. I said, and I'm not going to hold you to ransom, and I'm not going to demand this, and I'm not going to demand that, and I'm not going to blah, blah, blah. I said, but there's one little thing that I noticed today that I could do with. So if you want to do a gesture of goodwill, I'll have one of those. Which is one of those. This fella here is the nice shiny new version of that knackered old one on there. Basically, this is a sight glass that sits on the outside of the gearbox of the tractor that tells me the correct level for our oil. Well, at the moment, I have no idea where the oil level is supposed to be in there. If you compare it to this, there, the oil level is slightly low. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. No warning lights again come on in the cab. But I thought, well, I could really do with one of those. So Marley, bless him, turned up last night after giving me a phone call going, Ian, I got something for you from the nice man in the service. He said, I got to give you this. And I said, oh, lovely. So yeah, if I get a chance, maybe we'll fit that a bit later today. First, I need to have a tidy up over there. There is threat, potentially, and that flew straight in my blinking eye. Do you see that? And he's still in there. I think I got it. Don't worry, you're safe. I'm not winking at you. Maybe, perhaps today, later, we're going to get a spot of rain. So that bale that was a bit loose, and I wasn't happy about loading up on the trailer, obviously I can't leave it there. That's going to go back in there, and then the part bale can go on top of him. But that has made a bit of space in the barn, and we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, more than I thought, 17 bales left. So yeah, that's not too bad at all. Made a hole, but you know, I don't mind having a bit more space. You know, I can park something in there, can I? So 17 left, 24 have just gone. So 17 and 24, 4, 7, 40, 7 and 4, 11, 30, 40, 41. I couldn't think of that. And even now I'm not sure I got that right. 41 out of 65. So I've used 20 something bales over the whole winter months, and that's because we use wood chip. So that's not too bad, is it? Right, my nice clean floor now covered in loose straw. Not that that really matters. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that at all. A proper slack Alice. Get down. Thank you. I'll shove you over a bit. Thank you. And then we'll throw that other one on top. It's gonna fall apart. I can feel it in my bladder. Oh. I think this way's actually going to be worse. You know what? I'm just going to roll it. Roll it. Roll it. See if I can pick it up at the last minute. I'm not gonna. I don't think this is gonna happen. I think I'm gonna have to get the pallet forks into this. Yeah, pallet forks. place probably. He's in there. Actually, while we're here, we'll give these guys... Oh, there's a calf in there. What are you doing in there? Because I'll give these guys a bale. Why are you in there by yourself? Any reason? You look a little bit dopey in the eye. That's 210. That's that one we had trouble with last time. You still not right. See, he was always in the barn, and then the last 2 weeks he's not, but now he's back in again. So why? He's not very full across his ass, is he? That's not what I would call a good looking calf. I'm hoping he's going to have a poo, and if I see him have a poo, I'm going to have a look at that and see if the poo gives me a clue. Right, well, I'm going to shut this gate and give them a bale. I'm going to have a quick look in the barn where he was led down in case there's a clue in there. That's 130, Burger, who happens to be 210's mum. There is nothing to show down here. Nothing at all. Is there any suspicious poos anywhere? That looks normal. That looks normal. Blooming geese have been in there again. That one's bailing out, dirty buggers. There's nothing that's obviously bad. So they're getting through a bale of silage. I mean, bear in mind there's like 47 adult cattle out there and best part of 20 calves. They're getting through a bale of silage in about, well, just over a day. So grub out there is getting shorter now, for sure. So I've had one or two people saying, oh, why am I feeding my bales? I should be keeping them, and I'm hedging my bets with this year's crop of hay, which is true. I mean, there is a chance that I will make hay, although I'll have to wrap stuff. I'll have no choice. But at least if I have to wrap stuff, it's going to be this year's. What we're looking at here is last year's. Nothing wrong with it, but would it last another year? If I can make a lot of hay, I would rather feed hay than silage or haylage. A little bit of damage on there, so there's probably going to be a mucky spot there. That's all right, I don't mind the odd bit. They don't mind the odd bit, as long as it's not an odd lot. Well, considering there was a damage to the wrap, even on the bit where it was damaged, the bale looks pretty good actually. Be quiet. anybody think they were hungry. I don't think it's a case of hungry. I think it's more lazy. There's plenty of food out there. It's just that this is so much easier to get to than bending your head down and having to actually, you know, bite it off for yourself. They've been used to room service, haven't they? All right, you can come in now. I do whinge a lot. Somebody also commented, did I think they were whinging so much because there was no bull with them? Well, you know, there may be some logic to that, because obviously while there's no bull out there and no one's getting pregnant, they're all coming into estrus, they're all coming into bulling. So it's quite possible that will have something to do with it, but I'm still pretty determined not to consider a bull until after TB in July, which means that we are going to be calving probably outdoors late spring, early summer next year, and that's, both of those are deliberate. One, because I don't want a bull here. I've got too many cattle of too many different ages. Until I can wean and until I can move stuff off the farm, I can't risk having a bull, and I haven't got enough ground to split stuff up. I'd have to shut animals in. And secondly, it doesn't matter how much I wash and clean that barn, I'm never going to get rid of every single bug in there. But if over the winter months, the wet months, I'm housing just adult cattle and not calves, I should vastly reduce the risk of losing babies again. It'll be more hassle for me because I'm going to have to catch and tag calves and register outside, so it will be more difficult. But I mean, we've lost so many calves this year, and one of the best ways to stop that is not to have them born in there, is to have them born out there. All right, you got to go backwards. You know you can't go the gate that. You know you got to go backwards. Go on. Shift your arse. Go on. Go on. Back it up. Yeah, shut up. Go on. Go on. You've got to go around. Keep going. Go on. Keep going. Go on. Done. No new calves today. I've already had a wander around this morning and had a look. So, unless one's got one hidden, but Rose has already gone in, and I'm pretty sure the other two heifers have already gone in too, so. Oh, you trying to tell me something? Mary? Hey. That was like, you're not going anywhere till you've given my bum a rub. Or my shoulder. I don't care. Just give me a rub.